You are listening to the Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome along. We're here to slice through some of the tech buzz and get straight to what's genuinely interesting, maybe even useful.
Exactly. Think of it as your shortcut through the noise.
Today, we've got to mix some solid software engineering principles, a peek into the future of AI, but maybe not in the way you expect.
Yeah, we'll touch on practical building blocks, the philosophy behind some code, and why sometimes thinking small with AI is actually the big idea.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, system design. Good design often feels, well, a bit underwhelming, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What are those foundational, maybe even boring bits that count?
Yeah, boring is often best. It really boils down to a few key things. Minimizing stateful components is huge. Makes everything way more predictable.
Right, less stuff to keep track of.
Exactly. And then using a single service, usually for database interactions, centralizes the logic.
Okay.
Plus, pushing slow stuff to background jobs, so the user-facing part stays fast. Strategic caching helps there too.
Makes sense. Keep it snappy.
And finally, events. Using events for communication between different parts of the system, it decouples everything.
So they don't need to be tightly linked.
Precisely. Makes it super flexible, easier to change one part without breaking another. It's all about control, predictability, sort of graceful interaction.
Speaking of precision, I came across this fascinating idea, typed truthfulness. It was comparing like a standard Boolean in TypeScript to how a language called Lean uses a prop type for something like 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's like embedding a provable fact right into the code itself. What's the real significance there? Is it just academic or?
Well, it's pushing the type system further. It's
Fair
not
enough.
just saying this is true at runtime. It's more like using the type system as a proof assistant.
So guarantees before you even run it.
Exactly. You can guarantee logical correctness at compile time. For really critical systems, that's a potential game changer. Formally verifiable code, not just code that happens to work.
Wow, okay. That's powerful. And sticking with tools for a sec, there's this thing called Porffor, making waves for serverless developers.
Oh, yeah. The JavaScript engine.
Yeah, compiling JS to WebAssembly and native binaries. The whole point is to basically kill cold starts on AWS Lambda. That seems like a massive deal for latency, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's not just a minor tweak. Porffor could fundamentally change how you use JavaScript in serverless.
How so?
Well, it makes JS potentially viable for those ultra-low latency use cases where it maybe struggled before because of startup times, faster responses, maybe even cheaper for certain quick operations. It's optimizing right down to the metal almost.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk AI, the AI frontier.
Yeah.
We hear tons about scale, reaching millions, but there's this counterintuitive advice. Do things that don't scale and then don't scale. Why is that relevant now, especially with AI?
It's such a great point because, we're obsessed with hypergrowth. This idea flips it. It says maybe focus on building something small, deeply useful, maybe just for one person or a small group. Like a private Slack group, perfectly tailored to a tiny community's needs. Or, a really simple landline-based pill reminder for an elderly relative. Things that solve a real specific problem deeply, rather than trying to be everything to everyone.
And how does that connect to AI?
Well, it suggests that maybe the most profound impact of AI won't be these massive impersonal systems, but incredibly personalized tools that solve your problem specifically.
Which leads perfectly into this next question.
Yeah.
Who does your AI assistant really serve? We're hearing about user frustration, right? Like GPT-5 getting updates that just change conversations people were having,
Especially the ones used for companionship. Yeah, that's a big one.
Exactly. And it seems to be driving interest in self-hosting AI models, people wanting more control.
Absolutely. It boils down to consistency, control, and privacy. If you're relying on an AI for personal interaction, maybe even emotional support, you want it to be stable, predictable, yours.
Not changing on you without warning.
Right. Self-hosting offers that. You control the model, the updates, the data. It stays consistent. It aligns perfectly with that do things that don't scale idea for personal use cases. The AI serves you, not some external company's roadmap or data needs.
So quite a journey there, from the meticulous, maybe boring details of robust engineering
The important, boring stuff.
to the very personal side of AI, focusing on control and individual value rather than just massive scale.
And I think the connecting thread is that real innovation, useful innovation, it happens everywhere in tech. Sometimes it's deep in the code logic. Sometimes it's in how we choose to apply powerful tools like AI in a more human way.
Understanding the why and the who?
Exactly. The context matters.
Okay, so maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Next time you're building something, maybe ask yourself, where could that do things that don't scale approach actually lead to something really meaningful?
Or, yeah, how could you bring a bit more certainty, that typed truthfulness, into your critical code?
And with AI, maybe think about how you can get more control, make it truly serve your needs, whether that's through self-hosting or just being more intentional about the tools you use.
The conversation's always moving, always evolving, lots to think about, lots to build.
Definitely. Thanks for tuning in to Vocal Technologist. Until next time, keep building, keep learning, and keep asking those questions.
Spoken Tech, for your ears.